a sea of pyrotechnics. Out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
15-yard line.
That's called setting the tone right away.
It certainly is, and it lets you know just how important communication is amongst the offensive line. They talk about it all the time, knowing each other's moves. You've got to be coordinated and in sync. Otherwise, your quarterback gets hit.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Throwing is Jackson. Flush to his right. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored. You give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
Yeah, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked at each and every play.
Yeah, well, he had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play, and maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
At the Ravens.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Tyus Bowser in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Josh Lambo to kick off for Jacksonville.
Now after the made field goal, back out Lambo to kick this one off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punch in the end zone without turning it over.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Jackson buying time to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
At the 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They go play action with Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Ravens 7, Jaguars
3. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. The partner just looking at some of the struggles they've had this season. The playoffs are not in their future. As they start to peer toward the offseason, what moves might they make?
I think the running back position, and I know we talk all the time about the NFL being a passing league, but the teams that run the ball effectively, they're the ones that go deep into the playoffs and go to the Super Bowl. They have to upgrade here. And you and I both know in recent years in the draft, people have shied away from taking a runner early. But there's that special.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
After the interception, here's Jackson. This will be caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
The 6-yard line.
They'll run with Dobbins. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
The ball carrier.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll buy some time right. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. 3rd and goal, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. Devin Duvernay with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Ravens will extend their lead.
The extra point
and his kick is good.
Makes the score Ravens 14, Jaguars 3.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's been an awfully slow start for them. This is their third possession. They don't have a first down yet.
So that means they have to change up what they're doing, and for some teams, it's a change in tempo, usually moving it to more up-tempo type of an offense just to try and change their fortunes right now. What they've been doing so far isn't working. Maybe they'll do that.
DJ Chark, first-time Pro Bowler, the intended receiver, but it's going to be second down. Second down, here's Jalen Hurts. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Yards to go.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. Oliver, the tight end, making the catch. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And this will be down just on the other side of midfield.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
The ball carrier.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Jags grab it. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. There are 2 words that we hear coaches say all of the time. One starts with a B, one starts with an S. Ball security.
And they preach it. They have it up in the meeting rooms, right? You see the signs. They talk about it all the time. But still, when you got defenders out there who are preaching, hey, we're going to take the ball away from you, no matter what position you play, you've got to take care of the rock.
It's a big play for the Jaguars. 42 yards.
Jaguars.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Patrick Queen able to record his 5th sack of the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. To Thompson on the draw. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, a 14-3 ball game.
Jaguars 3.
They go play action with Hurts. Rolling to his left. Hurts fumbles it. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 53 yards. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They had the huge play last time. Here it is a much smaller gain of 2.
Made by Clay Matthews. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Jaguars' 33-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson stepping up. He's going to keep it. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Jackson always a threat to run. He's got the first down. He was the NFL's leading rusher among QBs a year ago.
20-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. He'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Preston Brown.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19.
2 yards on the pickup.
Off the play fake. Here's Jackson.
At the 19-yard line.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5.
Partner, you know when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground and how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
The ball carrier.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. 2nd down and goal. Jackson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Tyus Bowser racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Calais Campbell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game.
Take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
They'll run on 1st down. Dobbins, they'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Dobbins, the ball carrier. Al Woods on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Jackson flushed out right. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st down, Dobbins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line.
Ball carrier.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back.
Check 50, check 50.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. Well, Lamar Jackson remembers 7 rushing touchdowns in his MVP season of 2019, and he's into the end zone here as well.
And when you hear that 7 rushing touchdowns in 2019, doesn't it surprise you a little bit?
Yeah, you almost expect more, right?
Yeah, in your mind, you're thinking Lamar Jackson getting the end zone a bunch more. That might be what he does in 2020.
And it's 21-3.
Is good. Makes the score Ravens 21. Jaguars 3. Justin Tucker.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. Now that screen there on second down certainly didn't develop how they had hoped. Is that one they should have even tried, or is that one the quarterback sticks in his pocket?
I think the latter. I like what you said there, because trying is one thing. We can second guess just about every call. But in this case, when you realize it is broken down, just throw it at the feet of your intended receiver so that no one can pick it off, right? You don't have the ball tipped up in the air, and you come back and try and pick up the first down on third down. That way you don't lose any yardage.
The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's fourth down. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Push it. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee, Chris Conley, the intended receiver. This is first and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run for it with Smallwood. And this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. A loss of 2 there, second down. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
And goal at the Ravens' 3-yard line.
All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Brought down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up fourth down. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And he'll be caught behind the line of scrimmage at the 3. They stop him on fourth and goal at the 3. And the Ravens come up big down at their own goal line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here.
It certainly is, and definitely not a time to think about kneeling and going into the half. This is a chance to attack a little bit, but not having to get everything in one shot either. 10 yards here, 15 there. Work the sidelines, work the clock, give yourself a chance for at least a field goal going into the half.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in. They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. This time, Jackson will throw it. Flush to his right. And he will find his man on the outside. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Being chased out left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Devin Duvernay in the final seconds of the first half. And the Ravens will add on to their lead.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And a route is on here in this first half.
Kickoff for Baltimore.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's Smallwood as they begin on the ground. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. It was Josh Sweat who got him down on the defensive side. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
At the 28-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And he completes it to Westbrook.
Hurts.
Pass complete, but no gain.
No yards.
Yeah.
So you file that as unsuccessful.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Except on the stats. Throwing the ball.
Get a completion.
You get a catch.
Yeah.
But still,
No yardage.
Okay.
And he's got his tight end, Oliver. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 61 yards. So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Here's Hurts to throw. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today.
A 29-yard attempt.
The kick by Lambeau is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. So they touched it before it went 10, and that's obviously not going to help their comeback bid here in the 4th.
No, not at all, and they're trying to get something going after one there, but you've got to give yourself a chance. Let it go 10 before you touch it.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Clay Matthews. No gain on the play.
Play action. Now Jackson.
At the 38-yard line.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's worth noting when you talk about Jackson's running ability, the Baltimore wide receivers had just over 1,400 receiving yards combined last year. And, Charles, that was the fewest yards by a wide receiver group in the NFL since 2011.
And, partner, I expect that number to go up this year. Last season, Lamar Jackson got very comfortable with his tight end group. In fact, he had one tight end and went to the Pro Bowl. But I think now, because of his ability to run the ball, it'll bring defenders closer to the line of scrimmage, and you'll see more big plays from the wide receivers downfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Jackson. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. I have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. And it looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. Hurts sets up to throw it. To Thompson on the screen. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
A gain of 14. And a Jaguar first down.
On first down, Hurts. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Josh Oliver.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
At the 40-yard line.
Shotgun handoff to Thompson. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's
Hurts. And able to find Conley. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49.
9 yards.
Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
To DJ Chark. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up
second down. Here's Hurts. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Ravens. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And now he'll tuck it and run.
Number 8, Lamar.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
Raven. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. He's going deep for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Flushed out right. This is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, touchdown number 22 on the season, and the Ravens continue to pour it on. Tucker with the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more.
Justin Tucker to kick.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side in this one. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in.
Westbrook.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down.
Jacksonville.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. The open man is Westbrook. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as they've got the connection working. His 2nd catch in a row, first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he'll let this one go deep for... And this is caught. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jaguars make some inroads here on that deficit. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No.
And oh, he takes off with it. It's a fake. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead, and oh, there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward, it's just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And this crowd has certainly liked what they've seen. Their guys fully expected to win this one coming in, and they have not disappointed as they've got the big lead here in the fourth. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be second down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown with touchdown number 23 here on the year as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Tucker now to add the point after.
The extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Ravens 45, Jaguars 12. Justin
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter.
Westbrook.
Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
And inches at the 34-yard line.
And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 13. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Take over first.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And at the 33-yard line.
He's going to keep it again. And he'll get this way down into Jacksonville territory. A big-time gain there on the keeper, using his legs to hurt him. First down.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
Jackson now. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Miles Boykin, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. The PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
And now the drive starts with a completion out to the right. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
It's a pickup of
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They're hitting at just 30%, 3 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Jags come up empty on fourth down. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. They'll throw on first down with Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Looked at me like they adopted what my kindergarten teacher always said. If at first you don't succeed, try again. And finally, able to hold him in check. He'd been carving him up running the ball.
That's the first time I think I've seen where the coverage was good downfield and they accounted for him and stopped him for a short pickup.
Yeah, I don't think it was a big adjustment, but much more emphasis on making sure they knew where he was when he decided to take off and go.
On third down, Jackson. Got a man. It's Brown. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll bring up fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was... And he's going to be intercepted a third time. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown, Ravens.
Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Even though they were able to force the punt defensively, still a big hole to climb out of, especially at this late stage of the contest. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets his football out shy of the 30 to the 29. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Tyus Bowser, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. He's going to let it fly. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith, and the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. After the interception, here's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Coverage there.
From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Flush to his right. And going deep down. This is caught inside the 15. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, there's just about a minute left in this game, and they're still taking it into the end zone. And you know they could have taken a knee there, but they decided to play this one all the way out. And I think their philosophy is, we're going to give you everything we've got. If we just go ahead and take a knee now, we're actually showing you disrespect that way, like taking pity on you. They're not about to do that to their opponent.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them.
3-yard attempt.
And the kick here is good. So add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short. And that is how this one comes to an end.